The Chinese entertainment world has been rocked by another unexpected surprise. After disappearing from the public eye for weeks to film a secret documentary in the United States, Wang Yibo finally returned to his homeland in a way no one could have imagined. However, what sent the entire fanbase into a frenzy wasn't just his return, but the person who greeted him at the airport, Xiao Zhan in his luxurious private car. Will this be the confirmation millions of fans worldwide have been waiting for? Or is there a bigger secret they're hiding from the public eye? One thing is certain. No one expected this seemingly ordinary Tuesday night to turn into a historic moment that will be talked about for years to come. When our reporter arrived at Beijing Capital International Airport at 10:30 p.m. local time, the atmosphere was calm and normal. There were no signs of fans or media crowds typically swarming the international arrival area when a major celebrity returns. Yet, who could have guessed that behind this calm lay a drama that would change everything? Was this a deliberate strategy to avoid public attention? Or was something bigger unfolding? The surprising moment. When two megastars meet in the dead of night at 11:15 p.m., the doors to the international arrivals area of Terminal 3 opened, and out stepped a figure familiar to millions of fans across Asia, Wang Yibo. Wearing a black hoodie and a mask, he walked quickly with his head down, trying to avoid attention. However, his tall stature and distinctive gait couldn't hide his identity from sharp-eyed onlookers. What made the surprise even greater was that Wang Yibo did not head toward the general pickup area or look for a taxi like most other passengers. Instead, he walked directly toward the VIP parking area, which is typically reserved for high-ranking officials or special state guests. What was really going on? Why was an actor and singer, despite his fame, receiving such special treatment? The answers to these questions were revealed when a black luxury sedan with a special Beijing license plate slowly approached the area. From behind the dark-tinted windows, the figure stepping out of the driver's seat made the entire world seem to stop spinning. Xiao Zhan. Yes, Xiao Zhan, who had been rumored to have a complicated professional relationship with Wang Yibo, suddenly appeared as the personal driver to pick up his partner. But wait, there was something odd about this meeting. Why would Xiao Zhan, who is also a superstar, be willing to pick up Wang Yibo personally in the middle of the night? Don't these two artists have management teams and personal staff who could handle such matters? Does this indicate that their relationship has crossed the boundaries of a typical professional relationship? The mystery behind Wang Yibo's arrival from the United States. Before delving further into the surprising airport meeting, let's take a step back to understand the context behind Wang Yibo's mysterious return. 3 months ago, Wang Yibo suddenly disappeared from social media, with no news about his activities. His management only issued a brief statement that he was taking on an extremely important international project that required full focus. Information we gathered from reliable sources in the entertainment industry revealed that Wang Yibo was actually involved in the production of a large-scale documentary film in the United States. However, what made this project so mysterious was the lack of official information about the production studio, director, or even the theme of the documentary being worked on. This is highly unusual, said an industry insider who wished to remain anonymous. Typically, when an artist of Wang Yibo's caliber is involved in an international project, there would be extensive publicity. Press releases, behind-the-scenes photos, social media updates, all of it. But this time, complete silence. As if the project is not meant to be known to the public. Questions then arise. What exactly has Wang Yibo been doing in the United States over the past 3 months? Why is this project so secretive that not a single leak has made its way to the media? And most intriguingly, why does Xiao Zhan seem so well informed about Wang Yibo's return schedule that he was able to pick him up on time at the airport? In-depth analysis. Body language that reveals everything. Returning to the moment at the airport, the eyewitnesses we interviewed provided very interesting details about the interaction between the two megastars. What was most surprising wasn't just their presence, but the way they interacted, said an airport staff member who happened to witness the incident. What's even more interesting is how Xiao Zhan responded to Wang Yibo's presence. Instead of just standing next to the car like a regular pickup driver, Xiao Zhan quickly walked towards Wang Yibo. They then engaged in a brief but intense conversation, although no one could hear what they were talking about. From their body language, it's clear that this isn't just a typical professional relationship between two colleagues, analyzed Dr. Li Wei, a psychologist specializing in reading body language. The way Xiao Zhan holds Wang Yibo's bag, the way Wang Yibo lets Xiao Zhan take control of the situation, all of that indicates a level of comfort and intimacy not typically found in professional work relationships. However, what was most intriguing was a small gesture that was almost imperceptible to the naked eye. As they walked toward the car, Xiao Zhan occasionally touched Wang Yibo's lower back very gently, a gesture that, in Asian culture, typically signifies a protective and deeply emotional closeness. The controversy that rocked, what does Xiao Zhan's private car really mean? One of the most controversial aspects of this incident is the use of Xiao Zhan's private car to pick up Wang Yibo. To some, this may seem like a casual gesture of friendship. However, for those familiar with the dynamics of China's entertainment industry, this action carries far deeper implications. In our industry, image is everything, explained Zhang Ming, a former executive at a major music label in Beijing. When an artist uses their personal assets for the benefit of another artist, especially in public, it sends a very strong message about their priorities and loyalties. The car Xiao Zhan used was a limited edition luxury sedan, known to have only 100 units produced worldwide. The car's value is estimated to be 2 million yuan, approximately 4.2 billion rupiah. The question is, why would someone take the risk of using such an expensive asset to pick up someone else, even if that person is a close friend? There are two possibilities, analyzed entertainment industry observer Chen Fang. First, their relationship has already crossed professional boundaries, and they no longer care about risks or public speculation. Second, there is something very important happening in Wang Yibo's life right now, so Xiao Zhan feels the need to give him full support. This second possibility is further strengthened by reports that Wang Yibo looked extremely thin and exhausted when he stepped off the plane. He's lost at least 5 to 7 kilograms in weight, revealed an insider. Something happened during the project in the United States, and it was clearly not an easy experience for him. Surprising reaction from the fandom. An unexpected split news of the two artists meeting quickly spread on social media, and the reactions that emerged were far more complex than anything that had come before. The fandom, which had typically been solid in supporting interactions between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, this time split into several factions with vastly different perspectives. The first faction, calling themselves realist supporters, saw this incident as concrete evidence that the relationship between the two artists had evolved into something more personal. Finally, there's undeniable proof, wrote at IzhanTruth888 on Weibo, which was reposted over 50,000 times within 2 hours. On the other hand, the protectionist fans are concerned that this exposure could jeopardize the careers of both artists. They don't realize how dangerous this situation is, wrote at Protect Our Boys in a viral thread. The Chinese entertainment industry is highly sensitive to such speculation. One wrong move, and their careers could be ruined. The most intriguing development was the emergence of a third group that had never existed before: the conspiracy theorists. They believe the airport incident was part of a larger marketing strategy. It's too coincidental that someone could take such clear photos and videos in the middle of the night, they argued. This was all planned to create buzz before the announcement of their big project. However, this conspiracy theory was quickly debunked by evidence that emerged later.